Probably just being able to just walk around, like, and just go shopping, like in regular, yeah, probably. I made Believe, and I think that was, I think that if people just listen to it, you know, they might not like the style of music, but, you know, you have to respect it because it's like, it took me so long to make, and regardless, I mean, anyone can just, you know, make anything, but I just think that where my album is, it's just about proving the haters wrong and just making good music and just continuing to just prove them wrong. So that's it. Being a good boyfriend is just being, you know, really sweet to your girl and being faithful and being just a good guy and make sure to pay attention to little details. You know, if she gets her hair cut, be like, oh, you got your hair cut, it looks nice. Like, those little things count. They care about that. Because if you don't, and they're secretly waiting for you to be like, they want you to say it, but like they won't say anything. And if you don't say it, by the end of the day, they're just gonna be like grouchy, but you won't know why they're grouchy, and they'll just be like, and they'll be like, what's wrong? Nothing. Like, so you just always have to do those little things. If I could collaborate with anyone dead or alive, I would definitely do a collaboration with Michael Jackson. He was definitely an inspiration to me as an artist, and I think to many others. So yeah, I would definitely do a collaboration with him. Well, I think with Boyfriend, it really shows my personality, and you know, that's me, and this is who I am. You know, I am edgy, but you know, I'm also, you know, clean. I'm not, you know, I don't, you know, do anything crazy. I think I'm a pretty good role model. So, but I do have an edge to me, and that's what I wanted to portray with this album, and I wanted to show people that, you know, I'm not just a teeny bopper. Like, this is real music, and this is who I am. So. Yeah, well, when I made my album, we recorded about like literally like 60 songs. Like, I have like 60 songs that I recorded and I wrote, and you know, then we have to just choose the best ones and go through them. And it was really hard because each one of them had a different meaning, and you know, it's hard to part ways with those different songs. So I found ways to like sneak different songs out, and because like we did like iTunes exclusive, which was like "Love Me Like You Do." And then, because I wanted that to be on the album, but it was just, there was too many songs, so we put that on iTunes. And then we had like Amazon exclusives and like different, so I could just put out as many songs as I possibly could. And then we did like a Japan exclusive for a song called Just Like Them, and that's another great song. So just the whole album, we had so many songs, and it was so hard to choose. We could have made like, I wanted to make like a double-sided like 2 CDs with Believe, but it was too much. They were like, no, we gotta give them only this amount of songs, and I was like, okay. But thank you. You know, with this album, you know, with the first couple, I was definitely very new to it all, and you know, recording and finding myself, and especially now being 18 and being able to make decisions on my own and really be like, you know, this is what I want, you know, regardless of what, you know, you guys are saying, this is what I want. And I definitely take criticism, and I take, you know, if they say something, I listen, but it's always, you know, at the end of the day, you know, what I want, because it's my music and it's my work. So that's the thing. There's so much, with much power comes much responsibility, so you just have to for me, it's like I make sure to be careful, because like sometimes I just want to impulse tweet, but it's like, should I make sure to like take 10 seconds or 15 seconds to think about, should I really tweet this or not, and then be like, no, just backspace it all out. But I always take those seconds to just think about if I'm going to tweet it or not. Do I consider myself a good boyfriend? I do. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't really be like, no, I'm not a good boyfriend. I'm pretty terrible, actually. I'm awful. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I think I'm good. I'm a pretty good boyfriend. Yeah, it means the world. I mean, I love doing nice things for people, and my whole message is just do, with believe, and it's just like it's an inspiring title, and I always just to like to do inspiring things, and because at the end of the day, like when I see like there was a girl that had cancer, and through her chemo, she listened to my music, and that helped her get through her chemo. And those are the moments where I'm like, wow, this is why I do this, and this is really special. So yeah, it's always amazing to be able to just little things too, like I'm like just me bringing the fan up on stage like that. That to her, she'll probably never forget that moment. And it's like that. It's so easy for me to do something like that. So I always take the time to do those nice things. The fans are different. I think when I perform, it's a lot like when I sing, they don't like scream or anything. Like when I'm singing, they listen. But when I put out my like mic for them to sing, like they'll sing every word, but like when I'm performing, they're not gonna scream. But like in like America and like South America, a lot of these other countries, it's like when I'm performing, they'll scream the whole time, and it's awesome. I mean, I love that too. Like I love both, but it's cool to like go back and just see the difference. I get inspired by just my family, my peers. I write about things that are close to my heart, my fans. Yeah. It feels great. It feels great to have control over the album, and know that each song is a representation of me. And it was a great time. I loved recording this album. It wasn't a scary transition, but it was a transition that I felt like it was just time to make, and I don't think it was too much with this album. It wasn't too shockingly different, but it was different, and it was a different change. And I think that I grew fans with this album. I noticed a lot more guys have been showing up to my concerts. And a lot more just older people, and it's been really cool to see the transition and just see the different faces in the audience. But the thing is, I would never want to lose my young fans. I always want to keep my young fans, and I think that's what separated Michael Jackson from everyone else, because he never lost his young fans. He always, whether you were a baby or you were 80 years old, like you like Michael Jackson, it wasn't so. But like some of these people, they put themselves in a box, because it's like they start singing things that are either inappropriate or just things that young people can't listen to. And I think that with my music, it's appropriate. It is edgy, and I don't want to be. I never want to be a cookie cutter, because those people make me angry. But I'm not perfect, and I do make mistakes, and I want to be. I don't want to be clean. But I also want to be a good role model and a good person, and I think that through my music and through my interviews and because I can have bad days and be upset and in an interview and not maybe answer the right question, like it'd be like, okay, yeah, but like I think overall people see that I'm just a good person, and that just portrays in my music. My favorite song on this album right now, it changes so much. I mean, last week it was Catching Feelings. This week it's like Back to Die in Your Arms. Like I like every song on my album is so different. Like when I really like She Don't Like the Lights too, which is on the deluxe album, and Maria. I like each song means something different.